Imagine heading back to a cycling event that lays bare the raw, unfiltered truths of the professional world. Does it still deliver the profound experiences you craved the first time around? That's the question I pondered as I revisited the Tour of Guangxi, 2 years after my initial journey into what some call the punishment tour. And this is the part most people miss. It's not just about the bikes and the speeds, it's a lens into the deeper, often uncomfortable realities of the sport we love. Johnny Long, Corvo's, lead photo illustration by Johnny Long. Reflecting on that original trip, I recall an older Dutch journalist, with a touch of arrogance, proclaiming, "These are our riches," as he gestured expansively with his wine glass in a bustling Guilin restaurant. We were indulging in skews of grilled meats and sipping light beers, all courtesy of Gree, the air-conditioning giant that had previously sponsored the race. Despite his pompous tone, I couldn't help but nod in agreement. That week was unforgettable, offering rare treasures, those one-of-a-kind adventures that most cyclists never encounter. Having already crossed off other exotic destinations from my quirky cycling wish list, like the icy challenges of Norway, where I chased existential thrills amidst Arctic winds, the desert dramas of Oman, navigating washed-out roads and Middle Eastern revelations, and the chaotic charm of Ireland's Raz, blending glory, Guinness, and pure Craig, I wondered what fresh promises Guangxi might unveil on this return visit. Revolutions in Guangxi, a week inside a China cycling adventure. When you attend an event like this, the attractions extend far beyond the actual bike racing, and perhaps that's the entire allure. Escape Collective Johnny Long. https://escapecollective.com/revolutions-in-Guangxi-a-China-cycling-adventure. As another season wraps up, with countless days filled with stories of riders taking it one day at a time, we crave a broader perspective to make sense of it all. Trying to find deeper significance in athletes pedaling furiously isn't just a pastime, it's a skill that requires constant practice, even if the efforts don't always succeed. After 7 years immersed in this cycling universe, my perspective has sharpened, revealing the stark truths of the pro peloton. The notorious troublemakers balance out the genuine heroes, while the majority fade into obscurity, delivering bland sound bites and chasing results that rarely astonish. The cutthroat business aspects and whisperings of shady dealings challenge our appreciation for the sport's enduring beauty. On the bright side, cycling celebrates triumph, redemption, the splendor of nature, and fair competition. Yet, the flip side reveals deceit, agony, indifference, and isolation. Bike races encapsulate all these elements, but in Guangxi, the darker facets shine through more vividly. This event sits at the grittier end of the spectrum. Fancy team buses are absent. Instead, athletes huddle on stools under sponsored tents, slipping into jerseys and fiddling with radios, as weary soigneur masseuses apply sunscreen to their slender frames while curious onlookers watch. Few riders choose to be here voluntarily. Most are dispatched as a form of reprimand for displeasing their teams, such as opting to depart unexpectedly. These are the cyclists management feels comfortable burdening with an exhausting long-haul flight at season's close, or those denied contract renewals. Others arrive because their squads view them as disposable, desperately hunting for one final performance to postpone an unwelcome retirement. Last kilometer. Out of contract and retiring riders face an end far from home. Every professional cyclist must eventually hang up their wheels, but controlling the details of that farewell is rarely within their grasp. Escape Collective Andy McGrath. https://escapecollective.com/n-road-for-some-riders-guangxi-marks-more-the-race-of-the-year. But here's where it gets controversial. Is sending riders to such a demanding, out-of-the-way race as punishment fair, Or does it highlight the exploitative side of a sport that demands peak performance without guaranteed loyalty? For beginners dipping into cycling culture, this underscores how professional teams operate like any business, prioritizing results and image over individual well-being, much like how corporations might reassign underperforming employees to mundane tasks. It's a stark reminder that even in a sport celebrated for its purity, human elements like power dynamics and ego play a huge role. Some might argue this harsh treatment weeds out the weak and builds character, fostering resilience in athletes who must adapt or fade. Yet, I can't help but wonder if it dehumanizes the riders, turning their passion into a transactional ordeal. What do you think? Does the end justify the means in professional cycling, or should teams foster more compassion for those nearing retirement? Agree or disagree? Drop your opinions in the comments and let's spark a debate.